Hello, everyone. As soon as the cadence of potential students jump in and it slows down, we'll begin. My name is Reynold Ali. All of my students call me Professor Ali, and I'm very happy to have all of you in here. I see, okay, we have quite a number of students in, potential students. Thank you very much for your interest here at Post University. Right now, you're viewing my post.edu homepage. What we're going to do is give you a brief overview of the post.edu homepage, Office 365. I'll then take you on a journey to our Blackboard, introduce you to our CIS 110 Unit 1, course information, Unit 2, discussion board, and so on and so forth. As we go through, you may have questions on what we're doing. Please, I have my associate Caleb with me. Put your questions in the chat and Caleb would relay that to me, or he can unmute you and you'll ask. This is a success strategy overview of what CIS 110 is. Please know that we're not going to do any assignments within this course, but it's just to give you background information of what to expect when you do register for CIS 110. I promise you that the experience in learning a lot more of Microsoft Office Word, Excel, and PowerPoint will be very, very interesting to you. As you know, when we move into as we're moving into the digital age and technological advancement is happening all around us, it's important that you know how to use Microsoft Office Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Okay, so right now you are, and let's do a few um, um, little housekeeping as we go along. Feel free to come on camera. I love to see faces. This is a friendly environment and a safe space. All right, but please be very mindful of your surroundings because here at Post University, I understand that some of you are at work, you're at home, and you have different environment, and that's acceptable. But please be very aware of what your environment portray on camera. Okay, we will continue here. Right now, you're viewing my post.edu homepage. Okay, and because I'm also a student here, by the way, so I'm enrolled in the graduate degree program. So I'm coming to you from the perspective of an instructor as well as a student. All right. So whatever your experience may entail, I just want you to know that I am empathetic towards you on every level. All right. So right now we are in our post.edu homepage. I'm going to click on our faculty portal homepage. The faculty portal homepage is similar to the student homepage, except for a few accessibility differences with rosters and so on and so forth. But when you sign up here at Post University, you will have access to this page. Okay, and one of the most important tabs that you will have to peruse and navigate would be the quick links here. Quick links. Now, quick links would take you to the Blackboard. Now, when you do register, you'll get your email, student email, post.edu email, and you'll get a password, and that will grant you access to all of this. Okay, Blackboard will go through Office 365. Okay, and those are the two most important quick links that you would want. All right, Office 365, when I click on that, it'll take you directly to your email here. I'm in the drafts because if because of confidentiality purposes. Okay, I'm in drafts here. Now, when you register, you'll be able to have access to your post-study email as well. Okay, here you will have on these 9 dots, you click on that, and this is what we call the web version of Microsoft Office Word. There is a Teams channel that you're in right now that you have access to, right? And then we have our Excel, okay? Now the desktop version is when you click here on the Start button, this is Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. And that is the focus of CIS 110, okay? Computer Information System class. We will be going through certain assignments assigned to you where Word, Excel, and PowerPoint is concerned. And this here is the desktop version, whereas this here is the web version. And for the web version, you need connectivity from the internet. There are certain limitations, but as I go through Blackboard, when you land on that page, we'll go through the course information, and then that would help you understand exactly what we're doing. Now, let me see here, I want to go to this here, and let's go to Blackboard here. Okay, you hit continue. When I click that link, and I'm already automatically, I saved my password, so this goes through a process. We're in the Blackboard page. I hit courses, and then I'm in a landing page where it takes me to all of the course tiles. This is CIS 110. I would click on this here, and it takes me exactly to the announcement page. This is where your professors will post announcements that would keep you abreast of all the units' weekly assignments. These are all of the units 1 through 8. And this course is 8 weeks, and every week there is a unit with assignments allotted. One of the things is that Unit 1 gives you an introduction of the course, but your assignments start from Unit 2 through Unit 8. So let's go through some of the pertinent information here for CIS 110. Now, although it says term 5 or in term 6, I'm using an older version just for demonstration purposes. Now, this is your announcement page, and I post these for my students here, right? These are information relative to Unit 8. Now, when we go right down, when you register for this course, you'll get a welcome message from Caleb. Then you'll get a welcome message from your instructor, and then any pertinent information that you may need to guide you along for each unit. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but I want you to know that the resources that we have here at Post University, it will be able to help you. You have instructors, you have advisors, okay, that we're here to walk you step by step. What I do is I post a weekly headline of what our unit's assignment is about, okay? And then I provide step-by-step videos of the unit's assignments so that instead of you going into the unit and you may not perhaps understand what the assignment is, I provide videos, and I'm hoping that the professors that you get would do so. It's not across the board that this is done, but I provide this information for my students, okay, where I make a personalized video of all assignments, and it takes you step by step on how to do the videos. Okay, sorry, how to do the assignments. And then I post all of the pertinent information, weekly videos that can help you and support you as you do these assignments. Now let's go through the course information. Okay, since this is a workshop that sets you up for success, it's great to go through some of these information, if not all, to really help you understand what to expect when you actually register for the class. All right. First, the course information gives you a breakdown of what the course is, what it is about, what the outcomes is, and course syllabus, the course material, and the evaluation, how you will be graded on the discussion board, the knowledge checks, journal assignments, and there is a student survey that comes to you in Unit 7 and Unit 8 that, based on your experience from your professors and the experience that you have in the class, you will be able to have that leverage and privilege to give your feedback on what that experience here at Post University was for you. Then we have the Office download. Okay, this is optional, but it is encouraged. When you have a new laptop, sometimes it may be a trial version. Unit 1 teaches you exactly about one, why computers matter, and how to identify your operating system. Okay, and the objective is to tell whether it's a Windows versus Mac. It teaches you the importance of computers in our current day and age, and how important it is for you to structure your mindset in learning more about computers. These downloads here will help you. It's a free student version that will allow you to access Microsoft Office Word, desktop version, Excel, and PowerPoint. Okay, and then we have library resources that will be available to you as you further go into more research type writing. But it's never too early to start honing in on your talents as a writer. Post University provides you with all of these resources and much more, right? Now, I have a PowerPoint presentation with about 3 or 4 slides to prepare you for the discussion board criteria, what to expect when you post your initial post, the timing of it, and your replies. All right. There are simulations, course assignments, and project. Here we have Unit 2 assignment, netiquette and email. We have a Unit 3 assignment, APA style title page. And all of these go down the line until Unit 8 as to what these assignments are. Okay, there is a specific ask the instructor. If you have questions for your instructor, you click on this link here, ask your instructor, and you can ask. See, a couple of my students asked me questions, right? And I responded to them. Your professor, you come in here and you create a thread. Here, you click, and then you click here. You say what the subject is, and you click here and ask your professor, Professor, is so-and-so, just to clarify on assignment 1 or 2, uh, can you please provide further information on the said assignment? This is where you can directly connect with your professor, or you can go to the Microsoft Office email and email your professor. Okay, we are accessible as much as you want us to be. You can connect with us in every which way possible. This way, you can be able to be successful. That's one thing. I encourage you to always connect with your professor. Get to ask them pertaining to assignments, email them if you do not know, or you can connect with your advisor, your success advisor, who can also help you. Here at Post University, we make certain that you're not left alone. Remember too, you have all of your students, your classmates that can also help you. Okay, now after we went through the course information here, right, we went through the evaluation, Office download, which is optional, but we encourage that you do so. There are library resources for research. The discussion board criteria. There is a unit simulation and course assignments and projects. There is the Ask the Instructor, and this hallway chat is for you to get to know more about your classmates if you want to connect with them based on educational research, and ask chat about the week's assignment or any assignment for that matter. Then there's what we call an academic integrity video. Here at Post University, we really want to, we pride ourselves on having our young professionals, young, old, and of any age, we want you to have academic integrity. This video will teach you how to be aligned with where Post University stands on integrity, how you must conduct yourself, whether in submission of work and in the discussion board. Okay, now when we end, you will see a personalized link. Now let me see here. 7th edition APA teaches you more about how to structure a research paper, and you'll get into that. The important thing for success in this course and every other course is that you want to read the information that's pertinent on that specific page, because there are directions and instructions that you must pay attention to. There are videos to look at that can aid you in becoming successful, and that's what this workshop is about. Now, there is a basic paper setup, bias-free language, how you should write, and as we go here, mechanics of style changes in 7th edition APA. Okay, as you continue on, you'll understand what the APA style is and how you can apply it to your research paper in future classes as well. Right, then we have a CIS 110 information link. This, when you register, you'll be able to join a weekly Thursday evening class workshop just like this one, okay, where you can join and we go through the assignments from Unit 2 through Unit 7. If you cannot attend, the recordings will be available to you. As I said before, I'll reiterate again. I post a personalized step-by-step video for each assignment for my students and post it on the announcement board. Okay, now this is what Unit 1 looks like. In Unit 1, when you go in, it's important that you read what the objectives and activities are. Then you'll go to the readings and resources. It is advised that you go to the readings and resources first. Click on these hyperlink and it'll tell you specific information on why it matters. It's an introduction to computers. You'll watch the video. There are a couple of videos here that can aid you along in your understanding of what Unit 1 really captures. Then when you click this link, it'll really tell you why it matters in the importance of learning about computers. And then you'll hit next. Introduction to operating systems. You read this through. You hit next. And then it'll say identifying your operating system. And all of this information will be asked of you in the knowledge check, right? Then you scroll down. There are various methods that you can do this, and the information really helps you in understanding about the application of computers and the importance of computers in not only your professional life, but in your personal lives as well. Okay, and that's just to show you where that is. All right, now let's go back here. Now, readings and resources, it's important that you start there first. The knowledge check, when you click on this hyperlink, there are 10 questions that will test your knowledge. But granted, you have, it says here, you will have unlimited attempts. It is not one time or two times. It will be as many times as you like, and then the high score counts. Okay? And this quiz is based on what you've covered in the readings and resources, right? It is not overwhelming because the readings and resources will prepare you for going into the Unit 1 knowledge check. And when you click the knowledge check, you have what we call unlimited attempts, okay? As many attempts as you like. Then we have a Unit 1 journal, okay? And what's important here in this section is that it asks two questions. What I always advise my students to do is when you click this hyperlink here, this is to submit. Okay, what is important for you to do is answer the question one bullet at a time. Sometimes some students make that minor error in just answering one question and forgetting the second. It's important to answer briefly, read the instructions carefully. You click on this link here, okay? You create that journal entry. You title journal entry, let's say journal entry unit 1, and then you answer the question here. Dear Professor Ali, and then you answer the question, and then you post your entry here. You post, and your professor will see this. Then your professor will come and comment and comment on encouraging words. He will or she will add that comment there, okay? And and then you will be able to see what that comment is. All right? And that is all that's needed for Unit 1. For Unit 2, for the purpose of this workshop, we do the same. We go and we read the header, the objectives, and the activities within this unit. We're in Unit 2 now. So Unit 1 is really, really clear cut. It's an introduction. When we go back to Unit 1 here, it's just a journal. Okay, no discussion board. In Unit 2, we have the same readings and resources here. It'll tell you why computer matters. Click on the hyperlink. It'll give you a reading introduction to using and searching the internet browsers, introduction to basic searches, and web searching. Then there are other hyperlinks here that provides articles for you to read that can educate you and prepare you. There is etiquette in technology. Believe it or not, there are etiquette in technology that you need to know about before proceeding to post in your discussion board post. There is a 4-minute, 4.5-minute video here. There is netiquette. You learn what netiquette in technology is, netiquette for online students is. Then this video here teaches you how to post um, in the post.edu portal. It'll tell you exactly how to sign in and how to get access to your post.edu portal, okay? And let's go back. Then after preparation from your readings and resources, we have our Unit 2 knowledge check. So this continues on from Unit 1 through Unit 8. Now, what's new in Unit 2 is that there is a Unit 2 discussion board, Staying Safe Online. And before I go into this, I want to share this with you. This is strategies for success, okay, and how to be successful in this course when you register. Now, we need you to know that there are resources available for you so that you can be successful. There are assignment workshops that I told you about once registered. They're available to you Thursdays, 6:30 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and we go through all of the assignments, Unit 2 through Unit 7. And I have that honor of doing these workshops with you when you do register on Thursdays. In fact, I do have one slated for tomorrow, which is our first Unit 2 assignment until Unit 7. Then it has an instructor drop-in office hours where you can connect with your respectable instructor. We have a wide variety of times because we understand that many students come from various time zones. You work, you have a family to take care of, and we do understand. So we provide that leverage so that we provide different times so that you can, after work, where that time zone may take you, log in and you can connect with someone. May not be that specific instructor that teaches your course, but be prepared to know that anyone that you connect with will have the knowledge and the skill set to help you in CIS 110. Then there's Tutor Me. It's on-demand live tutoring, and that is free. You just need to connect and you will get further information where that is concerned. Then we have the Center for Academic Success. It's a one-on-one support from post-university tutors. We have that number here. You will, of course, have all of this information available to you. We do have an IT support group and department that can help you in the event you're having connectivity issue, laptop issue, and so on. It's 24/7. I do encourage you to please try your very best to get a laptop prior to registering. Some students have had telephones, you use your iPhone or whatever mobile phone you may have, but those have limitations and it's only so much you can do within this course with a phone. We do encourage you to get a laptop so that you can be able to log on, download the Office, Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, and other programs so that you can continue doing this course and complete it successfully. Office 365, I guided you through that download and within the course information area. And then there's Grammarly and Academic Writer. If perhaps we can all do with some encouragement and feedback and improvement on how we write. And as new students coming in, I assure you that Grammarly and Academic Writer will be able to make you a better writer. And it starts with your discussion board post and your initial replies. Now, this is the recommended workflow for how you should go about conducting the sequence of success in each unit as I guided you through. One, you do the readings and resources. Make sure that you read up on the material, you grab the concept, really great, so that you'll be prepared to go into the discussion board. I always advise my students that when they do the readings and resources and you have information, you can always refer to the readings and resources, post that in your discussion board post, initial post, as supporting evidence based on the relevance of topic and based on the point that you want to drive home. Okay. In this course, the backbone and the strength of this course is communicating with your peers, with your classmates. It's important that you connect with them. It's important that you post early and post on time and know how to post, and I'll get to that. The simulation would be easy for you as you can refer back to the readings and resources, because whatever is in the readings and resources is necessary to fulfill all of the requirements in all of these blocks. Then you have your assignment. The assignment is based on the readings and resources. Okay, then the knowledge check is something that you need to test your knowledge on, but it's not something that is overwhelming. Okay, remember what I said, the knowledge check, you have unlimited chances to go. If you think you didn't do well, if you got a 50 percentile or a 60 percentile, you can do it again. You do it again, you get a 70 or an 80. And I know most of you may be perfectionists. You may want to get 100 percentile. You do have that opportunity to do so. Then the discussion board replies. The post is vitally important, but the discussion board replies are just as important as your discussion board initial post. And I'll go through when we land on the Unit 2 landing page as to dates, submission, time management, how important those factors are. Now, when we look at this, how to write an initial discussion board post. When you go into your discussion board, you want to address all the questions being asked and be very particular, be very descriptive. This starts out your description of what you think the relevancy of the topic is. It's important because we rely on your experience, and perhaps maybe if you don't have the experience in computers, that's okay. You can always refer to the readings and resources for added information so that you can drive your point home. Then you want to have course concepts within your discussion board. Okay, you want to incorporate some course terminology in there, mention topics presented in the readings and resources. As I will iterate, readings and resources is your first stop. This prepares you for everything else. And then you want to apply critical thinking. Think outside the box. Okay. What did you learn? Tell your classmates, what did I learn? I learned something new about computers. What does this mean to you? You know, in my current role, I can use Microsoft Office Word in a different way. I didn't know how. And then what conclusions can you make? I can make the conclusion that Microsoft Office Word can allow me to put into practice better formatting features and writing using editor and spell check so that when I send any information or share any information with my colleagues or peers, whether it be in my personal or professional life, that it will be accurate information. And then you have the practical information. How can course concepts be used in real life? Okay, this is based on your experience. I am certain that most of you, if not all, have some touch point on how computers have impacted you in your personal life. How do personal experiences factor in? Use that as a segue to add value, to add detailed information, and to continue the conversation with your peers and even your instructor. Okay? And then this is the recommended format for discussion board replies. You want to reflect when you post your initial discussion board post and now you see your peers post, you want to reply to them. You read what Jane Doe posted. You want to identify something Jane discussed that you want to add to. Perhaps you are a subject matter expert on Microsoft Word and you've used it in such a way that you want to tell Jane, well, listen, Jane, I've used it in such a way. Have you used this before? There's no reasoning why you can't even ask a question because this is a conversation that you want to continue. You want to add and expand upon the points that your peers have made with new insights, ideas, and experiences or research. And then you want to ask, there's nothing wrong in going into your peers' reply, and then you want to ask an open-ended question to continue that discussion. Jane, I realize that you said you use Microsoft Office Word and this particular format. Can you share some more information on this? I would like to learn. And there is nothing wrong in continuing the conversation and the replies going back and forth with your peers. Okay? And that's the exciting thing about how that brings about the experience. Now in Unit 2, discussion board, you'll see something like this, staying safe online. As post-university students, we want to prepare you for one, how online activity can help you progress your career, but how online activity can also be negative, okay? It says here for each instruction, I want you to pay attention. In order to be successful in this course, you need to read the instructions carefully. Focus on that. Now we're focusing on our DB means discussion board, staying safe online. Here it says, please read the 3 situations below and pick only one discussion in your initial discussion board response. Once you post your first response, please respond meaningfully to at least 2 classmates to help further the discussion by asking questions or adding commentary, as I just demonstrated. Responses should be at least 3 to 5 sentences each. You do not have to write paragraphs upon paragraphs. Some students like to write, that is fine. But the requirements are to write 3 to 5 sentences each. What's important is that for each discussion board, there is what we call a discussion board rubric. Now, when I click on this rubric, I have this. This information comes up, okay? It says here, okay, for discussions are a significant part of online learning. Consider this your in-class time. So although this class will be virtual, you have to consider it as online. So if you post early, that means you went to the class early. If you post late, that means you showed up to the class late. And what happens when you show up to an in-person class late? Your professor or professors will mark you absent. So the importance of you posting early and on time is a reflection of you being in the class early and on time. Consider this your in-class time when you can interact with your classmates and instructors to reflect on what you have learned from the course materials and how it relates specifically to you. It says here, for each unit discussion forum, you will be graded on the following criteria. Initial post timing. Initial post must be submitted by Wednesday of 11:59 p.m. Eastern of each unit. So the unit opens up Sunday, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. You have Monday, you have Tuesday, you have until Wednesday to post early. In my current class, I post on Monday. I post on Tuesday. I post on Wednesday. I post every day until Sunday. You don't have to do that, but it's important that you meet these requirements. It says initial post content. Initial response to the discussion prompts should adequately address the topics and be relevant. You want to add value when you add post. The sequence that I showed you here is important to apply these sequences of discussion board posts and replies to this. Then it says number of replies. Some students don't reply. Some students reply once, right? Some students go above and beyond and reply 3, 4, 5 times. That is great because it shows that you do have an online presence. Okay, it says in addition to your initial post, post at least 2 other replies to your classmates and or instructor. Your instructor replying to your instructor counts as a reply. And continuing the discussion. This requirement can be demonstrated in your replies through personal experiences or connections to the course material. Do you see that everything ties into the course material? It ties into the course material for that specific unit. It says bring your personal experiences because here at Post University, we value your diverse experiences. Okay, we want you relevant to the topic to say what you've experienced and how you can add to the discussion board post. And professional communication. Grammarly helps you, your tutoring helps you. All discussion posts should be civil and professional in addition to using proper spelling, grammar, and sentence structure. Now, when you post, this is not a segue to chat. It is a professional medium and avenue to post to your classmates relevant to the topic, but be very professional. Because here at Post University, we are molding professionals in preparation for the world, the organizations that you will represent. Because once you get that career, that dream job, right? We want to be proud of you to say, I am a graduate of Post University. Now, the discussion board post here is equivalent to 20 points. And this is the evaluation rubric for the discussion board. Now, when you submit an assignment or your discussion board post and reply, your professors, they do not pull grades out of the sky. Based on your submission, they will grade you based on the criteria. Did not meet expectations, needs improvement with expectations, competent in expectations, and meets or exceeds expectations. This workshop is here to prepare you so that you can meet or exceed expectations. This will not be a culture shock for you, but when you register for this course, you will have already known what to expect. So the expectations and the standard is being set. Your instructor will look at your work and then they will look at the criteria and based on your submission, they will grade you accordingly on your post timing. If you're early, you've earned 5 points. If your initial post content has information relative to the readings and resources, you will have earned 5 points. If you posted to replies, you will have earned 2 points. If you continue the discussion, you will have earned 3 points, and your professional communication with correct grammar, spelling, punctuation, and sentence structure will earn you 5 points. The beauty of all of this, students, is that there is a guide that prepares you for the expectation that is required of you. And when you make a submission, we're not grading you blindsidedly. Okay, we're not grading you and pulling grades out of the sky. It is based on this criteria, and I promise you, fairness here at Post University is second to none. We are setting the standard, the gold standard, so that when you post, you will be treated fairly in how your criteria is going to meet these expectations and you'll get those grades accordingly. Okay, now let us exit this here. Now, When you're ready to post, you want to click on this Unit 2 discussion board. Okay? And then you want to create a thread. And then you want to say here, Unit 2 assignment. Okay, then you choose one of these scenario, because I know that you will be reading the instructions and you know exactly what to do. You will speak on the scenario of Karen, you will speak on the scenario of Austin, and you will speak on the scenario of Michelle. Either one, choose, okay? It says here that Karen was a college student who frequently posted party pictures and inappropriate comments on their social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, whatever have you. Karen thought that the post and online behavior were harmless and would not impact their future. What are some long-term consequences of posting content on social media? What would you think if you came across this as an employer? So the first question asked, what are some long-term consequences of posting content on social media? Okay, based on your personal experiences, you want to answer this question. Then you want to address what would you think if you came across this as an employer? So you place yourselves in the place, in the shoes of an employer. If you saw Karen posting party pictures, would you hire Karen as an employer? And so that's how you create your post and add value to the conversation. So you want to provide information based on your experiences. Here, perhaps Karen does, her scenario does not resonate with you. You want to post on Austin. It says here Austin loves sharing their life on social media and often posts about their daily routines and whereabouts. What are some dangers of sharing this information in a public setting? When you share your information in a public setting, you're posting where you're going on vacation. People naturally would know that Austin's not home, right? Austin's creating an environment where, hey, Austin's not home. He's on vacation. This is an open door, open window, no pun intended, for someone to break into Austin's home. We have to be very critical and cautious about how we spend our time, what information we divulge on the internet, on social media. This is what Unit 2 captures. We want you to be safe online. Then if Austin does not resonate with you, we want to go into Michelle's scenario. And I'm sure that 1, 2, or 3 has to hit home with some one of you. Michelle is an avid online shopper and frequently enters their personal information on various websites to make purchases. What are the possible consequences of not properly vetting websites before sharing personal information? If you shop online and you share your personal information, social security number, bank accounts, things dangerously can happen. What measures could Michelle take to protect their personal information while making online purchases? The information in the readings and resources will help you answer these questions, but that can be intertwined with your personal experiences because we value what your personal experiences are. You can jump in the post and say, hey, classmate, I know someone or I have had this experience where I've mistakenly shared my information like Michelle, and things came back to haunt me. Someone got a hold of my social security number. There was a fraud alert, and so on and so forth. And we know about these devastating, tragic events that can happen to you. What we're trying to do here, students, here at Post University, is to better prepare you as students so that all of these 3 scenarios may not be what you're experiencing, but you can turn social media into a positive, okay? You can use social media to brand yourselves in a positive light instead of a negative light, so that I can share with you that when I applied for jobs, I have had employers look at my Facebook account. I have a professional LinkedIn account, and that is it. I do not have Twitter. I do not have TikTok. I do not have any of these things. No one is saying to deprive yourself of, but what I'm saying is to be responsible on social media and how you use it, because you may think that this may go away. This does not go away and may come back to haunt you. You may be up for an interview for that dream job. Then you couldn't make it to the second level of interview. Why? Because your employers or potential employers looked at some information that you posted something that had you in a discretionary posturing of partying, social media, a negative profile look, and something that placed you in a negative light. What we want you to do is to make certain that you start branding yourselves right now. Prepare where Unit 2 is concerned. As soon as this workshop is over, go back and reassess. Am I posting things that are relevant information? Am I speaking out on religious things that I should not? Am I speaking out on political things that I should not? Am I making questionable comments? These are things that we need to look at and start branding ourselves in a positive light, so that when employers look at our profiles in social media, they can say, yes, this person can most absolutely represent our company. And so the significant lesson in Unit 2 here is to teach us about that. And then next week, we'll go through a little of Microsoft Word Part 1, our readings and resources, and a little on the Unit 3 discussion board, and how important spell check in Word is when you formulate a document prior to sending. You want to make sure the document is accurate, because the perception people see would you would want them to have them think of you in a positive light. So, students, I want to thank you for your attentiveness, for your attendance in this class, this workshop. In next week, same time, 6:30 to 7:30 Eastern, we will peruse Unit 3 and go through what Unit 3 offers and how this can best prepare you. I promise you, once you keep attending this class, you will learn significant takeaways, so that when you actually register for the course, you will go through this like a knife through hot butter, and you will be amazed at the impact this workshop would have, so that you won't be overwhelmed. And I understand, we don't want you to be overwhelmed. You work, you have a family. Some of us have 2 and 3 jobs. We get it. We want this to soften the blow, so that when you do register for this course, it would be a journey that you will enjoy. I thank you very much. And I do believe we have a couple minutes where we can ask some questions if you do have. And if not, Caleb, if there are any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. If not, I would say goodbye to these beautiful people, and we will see them next week. Do we have any questions? No questions.